Apparently, Skill made a post about the future of the race to world first and why Method is no longer working with Red Bull.
What?
Wow. Yeah, look at this.
Where?
It's on his Twitter. I'll look at it right here. Here's what it says. Let's see. The future of the race to world first and why Method is not working with Red Bull. Why Method is no longer working with Red Bull. Method decided to stream the race to world first for the first time in Old Deer. We reached out to Red Bull, and let me actually just put on some song so I can like have something going on be in the background. I feel awkward when I'm talking without music sometimes. Okay, just give me 1 second. All right. Method decided to stream the race to world first for the first time in Old Deer. We reached out to Red Bull and brought them on to sponsor the event and provide a venue. The Old Deer World First race was a huge success. Over 6 million unique devices tuned in, and overall 10 million viewer hours were accumulated. In comparison, this is more than twice the viewer hours of Overwatch League playoffs in 2018. Well, that's because nobody cares about Overwatch League. Red Bull saw the magnitude of Race to the World First, and wait, what is this? Race to World First. Okay, and decided that they wanted to own and operate the event themselves. After Old Deer, they started pushing us to have the Race to World First streamed on Red Bull's Twitch channel. We, of course, rejected for many reasons, including, most importantly, we see long-term damage of handing off the 14-year community to run World First competition through a third-party corporation. Only the community and Blizzard themselves should have ownership over the World First race. And also because Method had no partnership nor had received any direct compensation from Red Bull. The Race to World First live stream channel was the only way to interact with the viewers and to bring on sponsors. If we handed off the live stream to Red Bull, then we wouldn't be able to compensate the players that compete in the Race to World First. So But they can't negotiate a contract deal? Well, it wasn't that they can't negotiate. I mean, like, at a certain point, like, sometimes you reach a point where there isn't a negotiation that makes both parties happy, right? Like, there's sometimes...
Well, keep reading, dude.
Okay. So, basically, I do agree with this point. Like, putting it on Red Bull's Twitch channel would be stupid. The Twitch channel that Red Bull does it, there's no reason to do this. It brings in no unique viewers, it's bad, and whoever is making decisions over at Red Bull doesn't understand viewer behavior, and them trying to have this as a selling point, they're wasting the company's money by trying to do that. It just makes no sense at all. Okay, it's a very, very stupid thing. Okay, just 1 second, let me look at the rest of these. Okay, stream it from your homie's house. Look, let me go to the rest of this here. There are no compromises that can be made. Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes you just have different goals and it just doesn't work out. The above is a key discussion point for months, so we tried to find a solution. In hindsight, we should have gone our separate ways at this point. However, we were constantly given hope and a solution was coming, and at the same time, we did hold the Red Bull brand in high self-esteem, and we wanted to give a fair compromise. Finally, 2 weeks before the release of Battle to Zara Lord, the Raid Dungeon, Red Bull agreed to have the live stream remain on Method's Twitch channel. Furthermore, Red Bull indicated that the long-term partnership could happen after the completion of the BOD Race to World First. Unfortunately, the 2-week turnaround meant that we couldn't take action on unlocking the event's full potential, such as Method's plans to include other guilds and generally develop the event into something bigger. Despite this, the event was another huge success, even surpassing the viewership during Old Deer. Wait, really?
Was it?
I don't remember that at all. Like, yes, dude, are you high? BOD
okay,
did better for sure. Okay, all right. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't remember. I thought it didn't do as well, but who cares? Nothing materialized after BOD. Instead, Red Bull continued to pursue the route of trying to take ownership of the Race to World First events. It was very disappointing for us at Method, as I think anyone who tuned into the last Race to World First events can appreciate how much value Red Bull has gained from their involvement. As the Esports Observer put it, the stream featured constant presence of Red Bull, giving the brand access to millions of hours of viewership. I think that's absolutely true. Because they pay for retail, plenty of good things. Well, wait a minute. Like, what do you mean? That has nothing to do with it. Okay, let's see here. When dialogue remained open, it was leaked to us that Red Bull reached out to Limit and Pieces to plan an event called Red Bull's World First.
Uh-oh. Oh no. I don't know who those guys are, but oh no, dude.
Look at that face, dude.
Oh shit.
That guy's pissed. That guy's so mad. Like, I don't even know what the hell he's mad about, but I know he's mad. Okay, Dota 2 casters. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, so let's go with the rest of these. Okay. Red Bull had gone behind our back, and after seeing their presentation to Limit and Pieces, it was apparent that they had taken a lot of our ideas and concepts for expanding the Race to World First. Red Bull will therefore likely be putting on their own event for 8.2 The Eternal Palace with Limit and Pieces this time around, but Method will have no involvement with the event. Method will host the Race to World First event at a new location, and we are very excited to share all the details with you about this in an upcoming announcement. The future of the Race to World First. So, what do you think about this so far?
Well, I mean, what am I supposed to take from this? That Red Bull's a bad company and I shouldn't watch their event when the next World First race comes around?
I think I think that really the only mistake Red Bull made here, right? I like, based off of this, what I'm reading, is trying to get them to put it on Red Bull's stream. I think that's stupid. Making sure they have like ownership of it and everything like that, I think is counterproductive. It's a waste of their time and money, and it's not going to help them in the long run. Imagine this. Imagine if you host somebody with 100,000 viewers. It's not like they're going to have 100,000 viewers the next stream around. The only reason that they're forcing this and pushing this so much is because they don't understand viewer behavior. It's because nobody at Red Bull probably streams. Or if they do, they have like 15 viewers and they don't understand how it works. It's just stupid. I don't know what they're thinking. Like, and they need to sit down. Like, they should sit down and talk with people that stream, like, understand how viewers make decisions, what they do, and figure out how to fucking do this better. Because here's the thing. Nobody wants this to happen. Like, this is worse for everyone. Because now there's a bunch of drama. Now Red Bull can't get along with Method because they didn't want to put it on Red Bull's stream. Red Bull's trying to go behind our back and create a second event. And everything is worse off because Red Bull has this goal that's stupid. It's a mistake. And yeah, Red Bull and Asmongold and Red Bull confirmed. I wish they would talk to me. Red Bull, talk to me.
Well,
like,
speaking of getting sponsored, you just got $100.
What? Wow! Just a second. I'm gonna read that actually. Just a minute. Oh, it's not loading. Okay, give me a minute. Yeah, Night Itchy Ryo, thank you for $100. I appreciate that. Boycott Red Bull's event on Twitch. Support the members of the WoW community who've been doing this for years. Well, the thing is that, like, the other people that are doing this with Red Bull have also been doing it for years. It's not like Limit and Pieces don't deserve our support as well, right? I mean, who's to say that they do? But I do think that Method, I don't know. I mean, like, here's the thing, right? Is that this is a business decision. And the problem with making something like this that's a business decision is that the business decision is in the face of a front-facing company that's based off of its interactions and its relationship that it has with the community. So whenever you make a decision that's business-related or business-focused at the expense of your involvement or relationship with the community, you're effectively making a brand withdrawal. And it's effectively the exact same argument that I was making before about why Blizzard is making a mistake by making store mounts, because they're diminishing their brand value. So yes, obviously Red Bull is doing something that is good. Obviously this is like good for them as a company, but is this good for them in the long term? I don't know, because I can guarantee you there are going to be thousands of people that read this and they think to themselves, fuck Red Bull.
Dude,
like,
what is S-Fan gonna do? Because he's a part of Method and he likes Red Bull.
No, he likes Red Bull.
And he drinks Red Bull on stream.
It's Red Bull. It's
whatever.
It's
no, but really
company.
though, it's whatever. You know that's not true. You're just memeing. What's he gonna do?
Probably do the same thing. I mean, like,
He's gonna have to completely disassociate with Red Bull at all. He's not gonna be able to drink Red Bull on stream. He's not gonna be able to say, "Man, I love Red Bull." He can't do any of that now because of this falling out that just occurred. You ever think of that?
honestly, like, for what I know, like, I don't think that they're gonna have any sort of, like, he's not gonna have to do anything. Like, nothing's gonna change. Like, that's...
True. Yeah. That's
Nothing's
true.
going to change. I mean, like,
That's true.
you can't just tell somebody who's a content creator for, like, years that has, like, a huge audience that, yeah, you have to decide, you have to stop using this product because it interferes with a, you know, a dispute that we had on, you know, with, like, a contract, right? I mean, that's insane. Okay, just a second.
Another 100.
Hey! Just a second. Thank you, Itchin. Thank you, Mayman. Nation. Then Limit Pieces and Method should talk it out to make an event and give Red Bull the X. Red Bull isn't the only sponsor out there. Listen, I mean, they're not going to do that because they see money in it. Like, that's why. See, the thing is that, like, a lot of these companies, like, I do believe that, like, yeah, a lot of them probably should do a better job at being able to do this. But, like, one thing that Red Bull has is money. Red Bull can do money.
Yes.
And, like, why do you think these companies, these guilds are doing it? It's because they're getting money for it. Do you think Red Bull is just doing this for these guilds just as a charity event? Do you think that people from Limited Pieces aren't going to get paid for this potential event? Of course not. Of course they're going to get paid. And that's why they're doing it. It's because maybe selling old deer raids and BOD raids isn't paying the bills for them anymore. And they've got to actually sit down and make some fucking money, right? And I would say, honestly, this is better than selling runs, but I mean, who knows if that's going to stop. Red Bull has a Formula 1 team. They spend more on breaks for a season than all of esports. Honestly, bro, you're probably right. That being said, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a loss for the whole community because Red Bull has such a misguided promotional strategy. It's so misguided. Derry just said Red Bull never paid Method a penny.
What? Then why the fuck would you partner with them? If it's about money, if it's a business decision, why'd you partner with them? What the fuck was the point the whole time then?
What is this, dude? What is this, dude? Let me say it louder for the people in the back. Method was never paid a penny by Red Bull. This is beyond outrageous. No, it's not, Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria.
What do you mean,
Come
Victoria?
on.
It's beyond outrageous. They had a contractual agreement that they both agreed to. Now, this is assuming that Method didn't like, oh yeah, we're gonna pay you 100 grand, and then Method's like, where's the money? They're like, what do you mean, dude?
What are you talking about, dude?
What money, bro? What money thing, bro? You know, no.
$50.
This is a contractual agreement that came together that was reached by two different parties. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, they agreed to that. It's not lost. Red Bull sponsor to increase their venue, utilizing Method's reach, taking over that reach and thinking it'll actually work is bullshit. Red Bull is a scummy company that risks lives. I don't know about that, man. They said, oh,
You risk lives.
yeah, give me a fucking break, dude. The call sponsors with free Red Bull marketing. Yeah, I don't understand. Why did they take the... I don't know. I mean, you'd have to talk to, like, Sko and, you know, Derry and them and figure out, like, why this was a good deal. But whenever I see that, you know, they branded this thing with an entirely a Red Bull thing, and then it ended up not happening. So what did they really gain from the organization from having all of the players together? I think that they jumped the gun on that personally, and here's why. Basically, and I don't know, maybe I'm just backseat quarterbacking here, okay? But it seems to me like it probably would have been a safer decision for them to do it remotely on the first race and not involve a sponsor. Because that means that they would have more to sell and they'd have a higher, like a higher sale value of doing that, right? And they would come into it independently rather than being supported by somebody else. Like that's, you know, that's just what I thought. So like, for example, like whenever we did our first tournament, we didn't have any sponsors. The prize money, I put that money up myself. I paid for that. And why is that? Because that means that now we have much more negotiating power if we want to sell the tournament to somebody later on, right? Like, and tally, you're right. No, actually, again, hearts up, hearts in the chat, hammers up. That's what I was about to say. Hammers up to Tally for contributing too. And
I like that. Hearts up, dude.
Hearts up.
Hearts up in the chat. Yeah, hearts up in the chat.
All right, okay. It's not that bad. So yeah, I mean, like, I'd have to look at like the individual contract and like, it's like I'm assuming they're telling the truth here, right? I don't think that they would make I mean, this is obviously a coordinated social media effort by Method to talk about this issue. So it seems like they would not make a coordinated social media effort to lie about a contract that they had with Red Bull. I'm going to rule that out. Now, it could happen, but I doubt it very strongly. Let's see here. Red Bull Scamas? No, we don't really know about that. Say what?
What else did he say in his post? What
okay,
else did,
well, let's go back and we will take a look at the post, okay? We got a little bit derailed there. Aren't you the leader of Method? No, I'm not. You should have companies sponsor your transmog contests and everything.
Ooh. Can I
what?
Here's a little insider tip, okay? If you are looking to get sponsored by someone that understands internet culture and Twitch stuff and shit like that, it's Wendy's. It's Wendy's. Not a lot of people know that. It's Wendy's. You should get in contact with them.
There's actually something I've been planning on doing, sponsoring, but I'm going to be probably sponsoring this with my own money. I'm not sure really if we're going to take it to the next level. There's basically 2 stages of this, and I can't talk about the second stage right now, but the first stage is I'm going to commission somebody that I have in mind to actually create art for people that win the transmog competitions in the, in the event, and then maybe do it for either the top 3 or just the top person that wins the tournament. Right, and I'm going to commission that and then have it done for those people, right? So we can, build up the community and everything like that. And it's not really a whole lot of money, and it's like something that I think would be really special and it would make things more exciting. Why don't you become a sponsor instead? Because you need to have a product that you're selling in order to sponsor somebody else. Like, what product am I selling? There's only so far, like perceived clout can get you. Anyway, let me go back to this, okay? Would stock options and Red Bull count as payment? Absolutely. Yeah, I would consider that payment. Is it payment or consideration? I don't know. You'd have to ask a lawyer. But it's absolutely some sort of compensation. Yeah, I would say so. Sell your bathwater. That's a good idea. Here's 100 towards the next tournament. If you want to fatten up that pot some more, let me know. Thank you very much, Nice, and I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Listen, like, if you're a sponsor and you want to be featured in our next tournament, let me know.
Please.
And we'll talk.
We'll do anything.
Almost. Right? I mean, like, what if the next tournament that we did, we got enough sponsors to where we could have a $20,000 pot?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we could do that. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, and that's... See, like, the meetings that I've been having, like, whenever I tell you guys I'm very busy... I got 252 whenever Red Bull got sued, saying that they'll give you wings. Ready the pitchforks, boys. Yeah, I don't know about that, dude. I think that was stupid, but, it is what it is. Have you tried Dark Berry Dr. Pepper? It's absolutely amazing. So is Vanilla Float. I only have the originals, man. I got timed out for 2 months because of Ocean Man song Copy Pasta. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Mini disc. Let me just look right now, okay? I really don't want to fuck with somebody's logs right now, but we'll go ahead and I'll look at you just to make sure that that's not anything bad. Yeah, you spammed it, let's say, like 10 times. That's a little bit too much, man. Okay, let's go. Oh, you're so annoying.
What?
Like, you're such an annoying person. Like, look at this here. Just a second. It's all like copy pasta. And then complaining about Gotchi. And then you're mad about Sean Paul. Fuck you, idiot. Sean Paul's a god. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah, maybe because, like, whenever Temperature came out, you were 3 years old and you didn't understand it. And then you're spamming the same shit. Trying to get copy pastas going. And you've been watching my stream for a year? Making comments about viewers. Oh my god. Let's see. Where's the rest of these? Let me see if Ant-Man was actually really awesome in Endgame. Didn't he crawl up Thanos' ass? I mean,
dude, spoilers.
Look, dude, it's too bad, man. Is this stream dying? Asmon's stream is dying. Thank God you're banned. You're so fucking annoying. Get the fuck out of here. Go be somebody else's viewer. Okay? You're so fucking annoying. It's embarrassing. Okay, I'm done looking at that. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make, I don't like you. Okay, so let's see. Did you say Prime? No, about that. Okay, no, it's just like you have to build.
Okay, let's get back on track.
Okay, all right. Which track?
The track so where you read the rest goes post.
Okay. Let's go back to that. Method way. All right, let's see. Okay, there's nothing else that I really said about that. Let's see. Future of the Race to the World First. Race to the World First exists a 14 years company run initiative without direct involvement from Blizzard or third-party corporations. We reject the prospect of a third-party corporation taking this competition away from the community now that the Race to the World First live streams have shown that there's a huge public interest and commercial viability.
Good.
I have no problem with third parties being involved. We want third parties to be involved. Why not? It helps the players make money. They don't have to make sale carries. It allows more people to be part of it. It makes it more legitimate, so then you can have like more formal tournaments and you can actually allow those players to fully show what they can have. It develops a scene. It creates interest in the game. It creates promotion for the game through like organic engagement and viewership. There's 1,000 reasons.
That's all true. However, the more you involve corporations and money into something that started out as more of a homemade
I agree
kind of
with
thing,
you.
It's exactly how you get shit like what happened to Twitch. You know what I mean? And less user freedom and shit like that.
Rules. Yeah, basically rules. I only can counter that by saying all of the rules that third parties would give you, Twitch already has.
Well, that was just an example. I'm talking about, like, I don't know, deals that you make with these businesses and shit like that, and you have to shill their materials and goods and shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really care a whole lot about that.
It comes with downsides.
Yeah, of course it does. I mean, like, and nothing is, like, completely perfect, right? There's equivalent exchange with everything. But the point is that, or some sort of exchange with everything. But I think the positives outweigh the negatives. Yeah, I mean, shilling some sort of drink or an energy drink or, I don't know, a vacuum cleaner or some sort of bullshit. It doesn't matter, and I think it can be funny. And it's like every other sport has that. If people want to make esports legitimate and, you know, like try to take it to the next level, that's what they have to do. And I think there's a lot of people out there who don't want to take it to the next level. They want it to be that community, organic thing that never leaves, you know, their bedroom. And I can respect that. I absolutely can respect that. But there's a lot of other people that want to be able to do this, and they want to be able to make money at it. Because, I mean, not everybody is fortunate enough to have a mom that pays for everything or, you know, a job or whatever, and I understand that, right? I get it. I also don't think that companies or any player has, like, I don't think Blizzard or any these players are not owed a salary. They're not owed a salary for playing WoW. That's ridiculous. No one is.